In this tutorial I'm going to show you how I created this lace skull makeup thingy. For people who are wondering how I usually get my ideas, some ideas I like plan out or check like current movies and stuff. But this one was just absolutely random. I was just like, you know what would be cool? A skull, but then like with something else, like lace. Lace is usually like this big blob of threads and patterns and black things and not black things. So before I started, I checked on the internet and I drew some random lace patterns just to kind of get an idea of what lace looks like and what I'm going to be using. And after that, I made this drawing just for myself to plan out where I'm going to be using what pattern and just to make sure that it looks okay and actually still looks like a skull when it's done. So yeah, if you like this video and like this look, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you have something to say, put it down below. And if you like to see my face on your screen more often, then click subscribe and become a member of the Kitty Squad. And yeah, that's all. Let's start.
Headphones on, you're ready to go. Starting off with the NYX Cosmetics eyeliner, and I'm lining my eyes. What a surprise. Doing a little wing and filling that in. Alrighty, look at that. It's a wing. What the? No, what? Why? Why does this happen to good people? Why? Why? Okay, now I have two wings. Whee! If your wings are big enough, you can fly away. But make sure not to do that. Okay, and I'm using this glitter from Glitter Glam Cosmetics. And I did prime my eyes before to make sure that it sticks. And using a small brush, I'm just patting that on my eyelid multiple times until it's covered. And to make sure that it has a nice edge to it, I'm cleaning up the shit around my crease. Oh, it's so pretty! I never used glitter before and I'm totally in love right now. It's incredible, look at it. It reflects the light, it's... Okay, let's go to the next step. I'm starting off by the eye sockets of the skull and I'm doing this again with the NYX Cosmetics eyeliner. If you don't know where to go, just poke around your face and you'll feel them. And I'm filling this in using a crosshatch type of pattern, where you just basically draw diagonal lines and then draw diagonal lines again in the opposite direction. I'm doing a little shading here with a shading brush, but that is not really necessary. I just felt like it. Adds a little more dimension. Using my upside down... Using the super fat marker from NYX Cosmetics, I'm going to be using this to draw circles around my eye. And I was not sure whether it was a twist cap or a pull-off cap. This thing is a little bit bigger and gives you a bit more control. It is a little less opaque though than the liquid liner. And I'm using a small brush and the liquid liner again to make my skull nose. So the plan was to fill this in with really small little flowers, but my brush was just not feeling it, so I struggled. And eventually I gave up and just drew really tiny little circles on my nose, which pretty much gives the same effect. Okay, that's done. That was a lot of work. And I'm defining the sides of my nose with a bit of the liquid liner. And I'm going to draw the teeth. Sometimes you see me opening my mouth, that's just because I forget where my teeth are or how big they are. So sometimes I just open my mouth to see if they're still there. And just how far up to the sides I should go and how big they should look. Doing the top and bottom row. And connecting the upper parts to make sure that they actually look like teeth. And then I'm just drawing these lines in between the teeth to make the teeth look like they're a bit popping out more and to give them a bit more of depth. And then we're gonna go to the cheekbones part and the jaw part. You can see what I'm doing. I don't know the exact terms for this stuff. I'm exaggerating the lines on my teeth a bit more, and I'm filling them in with concealer because I was really irritated by that you could see my pink lips through the teeth. So I just did that to make sure that my teeth matched my actual skin tone. And in the jaw part, I'm drawing a rose kind of pattern. I'm just drawing the rose, filling in the middle part, and I'm just drawing all kinds of swiggly swoozies around that. Just anything to make it look cute and neat. And I'm also drawing some leaves around the rose as well. And I'm filling the rest of it in with the crosshatch pattern again to make sure that it is still dark. Because usually when you draw a skull, like the insides of the jaw and stuff, you know, where your mouth is supposed to be, are dark. So I wanted to recreate that to make sure that it still looks like a skull. Doing a little squiggly line under the teeth. Stay hydrated, kids, very important. And on my chin, I'm just drawing these squiggly lines that I saw in different type of lace patterns. It takes a lot of time, it doesn't take a lot of talent. When you go down with your brush, just go swiggle it to the left and the right again and again and again. This takes a lot of time, and by the time you're turning mentally insane, you know you're done. When I got to the sides of my jaw, I switched over back to the super fat marker and I made these squiggly lines a little bigger. And I made sure that the curves of the lines connect to each other. As you can see what I'm doing here, I don't really know how to explain it. And I'm continuing this also above the mouth part and underneath my eyes. Switching back to the liner again to make sure that those squiggly lines are smaller. And in this part I decided to draw some dots in between. It's not really necessary, it didn't do much, so I would suggest just skipping it. Strawberries! Look at how huge these things are. Did these grow right next to a nuclear reactor or something? For my forehead I'm drawing a pattern that you saw in the beginning as well. Don't really know how to describe it. It's a bit intricate kind of pattern. And I'm doing all of this with the NYX Cosmetics liner. Starting at the center of my forehead, drawing this kind of, you could say, jewel patterns. And I'm drawing these spiderweb kind of patterns at the sides of my forehead to connect it with the shapes. Okay, I had to stop recording the voiceover because I have just no idea what I'm supposed to be explaining to you guys, because there is really not an explanation here. The only thing I can say is that I'm drawing another pattern in the inside of those shapes, and it resembles more of those honey crates things. Basically, I'm just connecting all shapes between the lines and the lines to each other. And on the bridge of my nose I'm doing these squiggly lines again because that matches up to the rest of the skull. So the face is done! Yeah! Time to strip and get naked. No, I'm just kidding. For the neck I started off with the basic neck things. I don't know what to call them. And those things aside from my neck. I decided to fill in the collarbones with the same rose pattern I did on the sides of my mouth. Only this time I'm drawing multiple roses because my collarbones are slightly bigger, so I have more space to draw more roses. Makes sense, right? Going in with the crosshatch type of thing again. And I'm going around the roses because I want those to stay clean. And those things on my neck, I'm filling with the same pattern as I did on the nose, so all types of tiny little circles. And the things aside from that I'm doing with the crosshatch pattern again because it's just simple and it works. And I'm all around that I'm going to do the squiggly lines going downwards again to connect all of the neck and chest pieces together. I'm also doing this in a horizontal way and just connecting it. Then I put on my wig, which I got at a drugstore, and put in my contact lenses, which I got from Camo Eyes. If you order from Camo Eyes, you can still get a couple of bucks off if you use my code. So if you want to buy some lenses, go and do that. And that is all there is to this look. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort, but in the end it does really look really cool. So I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Back from the dead.